guys, what's up? I'm Brian here, doing another video for you guys, and this time we are talking about the New York Comic Con reveals for Titans Returns. Now, we're only going to talk about 4 figures mainly, but I will quickly breeze through the Titan Master figures. Now, Repugnus, I think he kinda looks cool. Shuffler, I wish the Headmaster was actually the elephant or mammoth or whatever, but other than that, like, there's not really much I can really say about those. I'm not overly excited for those, so there's that. Anyways, the first figure we'll actually talk about is Legends Class Brawn. Now, as you guys know, there's a Titan Master Brawn that came out not too long ago, and already we're getting a Legends Brawn, which is perfect. I was really not happy with the idea that Brawn was a Titan Master figure. Now, I'm not so overly nostalgic or anything like that. Like, I know some people don't like the Titan Master series because they should be the Deluxes and Voyagers of those certain characters. Me, I'm not that upset by it because I wasn't so tied to those original characters. But for Brawn, I really wanted the Legends Class toy because I really liked the Legends Class series, and I was so disappointed that Brawn was coming out as a Titan Master figure. In fact, I believe that they were going to make Brawn and Nah, surprisingly enough, a couple of years ago, and only now we're getting those figures. But, you know, we don't have to worry about the Titan Master figure anymore because now we actually have the Legends Class Brawn. And I think the good part about this is it actually makes me excited that we could see some of those Titan Master figures actually get their Deluxes and Voyagers at some point in time. Now, I'm not saying that will happen, but it's a possibility that that would happen because we already got Brawn in the series. Anyways, Brawn in the alt mode looks really cool. I actually want to see this in Jurassic World 2. I don't know why, I just really do. Anyways, it's kind of like a Jeep, Hummer-esque type vehicle. You know, it's a heavy-duty, like, military, well, maybe not military, but it's a heavy-duty type vehicle, which is ironic for the little size. But, looks very good. I think the green looks pretty good. Would be good if it had a little bit more paint applications, but overall, I like the design, I like the detail, and I think it's pretty good. As far as the robot mode is concerned, the only thing that I'm not sure about is the shield weapon. I don't feel like he needs that. I hope that you can attach that to the back, or you don't even have to remove that during transformation, but as far as that's concerned, I'm not overly excited for that. It kind of reminds me of like some of the knockoffs, or like even some of the third-party figures that just kind of throw that in. But as far as the rest of him is concerned, he actually kind of looks like that third-party Brawn we got recently. At least I think it was recently. I don't know. Anyways, Brawn looks pretty cool. I like the rectangle body. I think that's all right. And personally, I'm actually kind of excited that he's not a repaint of Swerve and Gears. I kind of thought that he was gonna be at some point in time, but I'm actually excited that he's not. I mean, for all I know, he could have some parts that are shared from Swerve and Gears, but from what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing anything that's actually shared. All I can say really is I'm excited for this. I'm so happy that this is coming out, and I cannot wait for the repaint if they decide to do so. The next figure we're going to talk about is Broadside. Now, the carrier mode looks pretty good. I will give it that. I think that the little aerial bots, and I think they're aerial bots because one definitely looks like Silverbolt, and then you also get 4 other little jets, so I feel like that is the aerial bots attached to it. But the carrier mode looks pretty good. I'm seeing the feet, and I feel like this might be a remold of the Alpha Trion figure, but I'm not too sure. But as far as the carrier mode, it actually looks pretty good and reasonable. It doesn't look perfect, but I think it's fair enough, you know? I like the little pins on the top so you can actually attach figures onto this mode, so that's pretty cool. The jet mode is not good. Like, it really is not good, so I'm not going to really have him in this mode too often. But I do like that he still continues to have those little pins, like you can see him on the side of the cockpit, but the legs in the back have to fold up for the transformation. Why couldn't they have straightened that out? If they straightened that out, you would have had a much better figure than this. And just looking at it overall, it doesn't look that good. It really doesn't. It's got this huge box in the back, and I just don't like it. So that is my least favorite of the modes. The robot mode is alright. Now some people are going to say, well, the third-party one is way better. Yeah, the third-party one is better. It's a third-party toy, and you're comparing that to a Hasbro Voyager Class toy. I think from what we're getting right here, it's alright. It's obviously not going to compete with the third-party figure, but I think for what it is, I think it's alright. You know? I mean, I'm not overly thrilled with it, but I'm not overly disappointed with it either. So I think it's alright. I like where some of the parts are going for this, but again, I'm not overly excited. Again, not overly disappointed, but no, not overly excited either. And then we have Perceptor, who has a tank mode, which is pretty much just the microscope mode leaning over, so there's not really much to talk about there. It's mainly just so that the kids can play with something if they don't want the microscope mode, which, speaking of which, thank God he's a microscope and not like a car or anything like that. Yes, he can change it into a tank mode, but that's a sorry excuse for a tank, and it's just made so that, again, the kids can actually play with something other than a microscope. But the microscope mode looks really good. I am so excited, and I like how it actually ties into Titan Masters because you can actually fit a Titan Master figure on the tray. Just overall, the design is so awesome. I love it. I love the fact that they actually went with a microscope this time around. I like the Reveal the Shields figure, but I think I'm gonna absolutely love this alt mode. And then the robot mode, my only concern is the microscope might be too heavy for his shoulder. And I'm not seeing heels on this figure, so I don't know exactly how well it's going to stand. But then again, I kind of complained that Paralon and Scorponok don't look like they can stand that easily. And as it turns out, I bought Paralon and he stands just fine. So I'm not going to really judge it until we actually have the figure in hand. But overall, I think the design is pretty good. I like the overall shape. The color scheme is alright. Just overall, I'm really excited for this. And then last but not least, we have Blackshadow. Now, Blackshadow is a pre-paint or pre-mold of the Overlord figure. So I'll be comparing my opinions between that and the Overlord, which we pretty much know is coming out pretty soon. Anyways, the jet mode on this looks pretty cool if you remove the front section, which is obviously the shield or the attachment of the gun, whatever they decide to do. But as far as the jet mode is concerned, without that, it looks really good. I like the guns on the side. Yeah, you can see his arms right there, but the guns on the side is so worth it. And I like the shaping, I like the gold, the black, and the red. It looks very good. And then when you take a look at the tank mode, which he actually separates from and transforms into that too, it looks pretty good. It's a little more stumpy than what I'm hoping for, but overall the design is pretty good. I actually like how it's got different detail compared to the jet mode. Like, it's got more squared off edges and whatnot, and the jet's a little bit more sleek and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. But just overall, I like the design of it. I like the color scheme again. I like how the tank mode doesn't actually use gold, and it kind of makes the alt mode seem a little bit more different. Now, you can attach the two alt modes together. Doesn't look that good, so I'm probably not going to do that quite often. And then when you take a look at the robot mode, now I don't have an official image of the base mode, but I will say I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't have the little ramps and doesn't look exactly like what Overlord does. But maybe there's like an alteration to it, to where you can transform it to look more like what Overlord did, because I know that this is going to be Overlord at some point in time. Anyways, so we're just going to skip that and go straight to the robot mode, and the robot mode looks pretty good. Not sure how I feel about the legs though, because they're so flat, but I think just overall the design really works. He might have like too big of hands though, like too big of arms, because they just look like big chunks of plastic. Also, not too big of a fan of the combination weapon. I'm probably just gonna leave them separate, because I'm just not a fan of that. But pretty much all these Titan Master figures, weapons can combine, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I like the chest. You know, it took some getting used to, but I think the overall torso is pretty good. The head is very nice. I like the design of it overall. And I will also say this, I kind of want to see this repainted into Machine War Starscream. Am I the only one that doesn't see the potential of a Machine War Starscream out of this? I feel like that's what's going to happen at some point in time, and if not, well, here comes the customizers. Anyway, so that's pretty much my opinion in a nutshell. Eventually I'll probably do like those before it's out videos, but that's not for a while. But nonetheless, what's my personal opinion on the 4 figures we talked about? Brawn is pretty cool. I'm very excited for that. Broadside, the jet mode is not good. It's not that great. But as far as the robot mode is concerned, yeah, I'm alright with it. As far as the carrier mode is concerned, that's probably the best out of any of the modes. The Perceptor figure looks gorgeous. It looks awesome, and I love it. I love the design of it. And then the Blackshadow, it took some getting used to, but I think I actually really do like it, so there's that. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. What's your opinions? Please comment below so that I can hear your whining, bitching ass, moaning, and whatnot. Or maybe you're not whining about these. I don't know. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Just wanted to add this little part to the video. I did find an official image of Blackshadow in the base mode, and I think it's alright. You know, it's still not like the original Overlord figure, but I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly alright with it. I think it looks actually pretty good. So I'm actually kind of excited for that. So just wanted to add that little part to the video. I was not able to find official images, and now that I did, I decided to talk about it. So there you go. Again, I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.